Bobby feels the DNC is changing the rules to exclude his candidacy, so an independent run is the only way to go. On Saturday, New York Times published a piece stating that Kennedy met with Libertarian Party Chair Angela McArdle in July at a Memphis conference. He emphasized that he has committed to running as a Democrat, but said that he considered himself very libertarian. McArdle said, adding, "We're aligned on a lot of issues, including the threat of the deep state." Here's what I think. I think they gave Kennedy the middle finger, which they should not have done. He's polling decently. I mean, polls have him in a wide range from 7 up to 25%. I think you were saying before the show that 7's a little low, 25's a little high. Yeah. But if he runs as an independent and he goes after the DNC over this, he is spiking the Democratic Party. This is going to help Trump.
This is a couple of things. One, if you're Trump, though, we had been asking, if your guy doesn't get the nomination, what are you going to do? And 33
of Republicans.
Yeah, of everyone.
Of everyone.
Everyone. So if for the Democrats, people who chose RFK, 30-something% for months have said, well, if it's Trump, I'll vote for Trump. So if you're Trump, you're looking at it, you're like, I want some soon to be disaffected RFK voters like Bernie voters in 2016.
Right.
So there's that part of it. There is scant polling on this. We're going to poll this. We're going to poll this, and we're going to poll this soon to see, Biden, the Democrat, Trump, the Republican, and of RFK, the independent. And we'll put West in there too. We'll see what it really, that's going to happen. He'll be on the ballot.
Cornell.
I mean, Democrats are going to get spiked across the board.
If this
Cornell
really
West.
goes, if this goes bad for Democrats, which, it may not. I mean, I'll wait to see what the data says. But if it does, you're looking at the Ross Perot analogy is accurate then, folks.
You know what would be really hilarious, though? There's a lot, Mike Cernovich's got a series of tweets that we're going to talk about in a second, very dire ones. But, this fear of losing in 2024. And I'm just kind of like, could you imagine if it's like Donald Trump gets 43% of the vote, but Biden, because of Cornell West and RFK, only gets like 39?
And he'll wind up with Tim. He'd win states Republicans don't win if that happens.
RFK?
No, I mean Trump. He would take Maine. He's definitely going to take Maine. There would be some states that are really uncomfortable.
So let's think about let's Maine.
Yeah.
What percentage does the Republican candidate get in Maine on average for the president?
Depends. If you're Donald Trump, you get pretty close. You take the second congressional district, and you can get within 8 points usually, which doesn't sound like a lot, but Maine doesn't have a big population.
What did we have? So that means Trump's at where does that within 8 points? What does that put him at? 46 to Biden's 54.
I think he got 44 last time, something like that.
And then Biden ended up with like 42 or 43.
Well, no, 52 in Maine.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
I didn't realize he lost that much of the remaining votes.
Yeah.
Right?
If though, let's say West is on there, he takes 4. So now
RFK takes 10.
And then you're looking
Trump
at Biden.
Wins Maine.
Biden with 38. Trump wins Maine with 45%.
This is a game changer, man.
You mentioned Ross Perot. What happened in '92? I don't know if people listening even know the Ross Perot story, but he came out of nowhere, out of the business sector, and ran for president in 1992 against George Herbert Walker Bush and Bill Clinton. And everyone expected George Herbert Walker Bush to win his second term as president. He was the incumbent. But Ross Perot split the vote, and then Clinton took it.
Yeah, Clinton never was elected with a majority. People don't really look back on him.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, way less. 44%.
Right.
They look back at him, and he's got a high hindsight approval rating. So people are like, oh, well, he must have. They just think he blazed right past Bush and then Dole. He didn't. There is, though, something that's nagging me in the back of my mind, though. He's an anti-establishment guy. And when you have two anti-establishment guys, I'm looking at it as a lane. We'll see.
I disagree. I disagree. There are leftist anti-establishment.
That's true.
But like very few. And what I think you have, 2016, where was I? I was like, I said in 2016, I'm not voting for Trump. 2015, I'm not voting for Trump. 2017, 2018, 2019, then 2020, Trump put out his list of what his plan was. And then I said, like, if this is Trump's plan, these agenda items, I agree with too much of this
I'm on board.
Honestly say I would vote against it. And considering they're trying to run Joe Biden, and we know what Biden's all about, I cannot honestly say I could support the Democratic Party. There were a lot of people who are still Democrats who voted in 2020 for Biden, who are now saying it was a mistake. But some of these people are saying, please let it be RFK or literally anyone else. They are begging Biden not to be there. If Biden is the nominee and RFK runs an independent, there are people who are Democrats who are upset about what happened with Joe Biden, or upset at the state of the country, but still won't vote for Trump. They'll either not vote West or vote RFK.